Hi, Julie Russo here, creator of Structures of Equality, where we're making sense of number stories. If you're new to Structures, they're a reading comprehension tool that helps students better understand math stories. Before we get started, make sure you remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post weekly videos with actionable tips. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified when they're available. Today I'm going to draw a structure of equality that aligns with a story where the math main idea describes a comparison relationship. When you're talking to students and you're teaching structures of equality, it's extremely important that the students can identify the math main idea before they start to draw. So with this story, we've already identified it in a classroom, and we understand that there's a comparison relationship occurring in this story. So I know that I can start by drawing a compare structure of equality, where one bar is going to be longer and one bar is going to be shorter. So this story says there are 37 students with black shoes in the cafeteria. The number of students with black shoes is 28 fewer than the number of students with brown shoes in the cafeteria. And you notice there's no question at the end of that story. It's just a story to start. That's where we start with kiddos. So I understand that the students with black shoes on is fewer, is a smaller number, because the story says the number of students with black shoes is 28 fewer than the number of students with brown shoes. So I can write my labels. My labels here are students. Both of these bars are representing students. So I write my labels, students. Now there's something special about both of these bars. We just talked about that. Shoes, black shoes and brown shoes. I'm going to put that special thing in parentheses because that's not the thing we're counting or the thing we're comparing. We're comparing students. This one's kind of tricky. So it says the number of students with black shoes is fewer. So I'm going to write black shoes in here. That's my descriptor. Okay. And then up top, of course, I'm going to write brown shoes. If the black shoes represent the smaller amount of shoes or students, then the longer bar must represent the brown students with brown shoes. So just doing that is challenging for students and for us and for adults. This actually came from a PD that I did, and it was challenging for us to work through this. So what else do we know? There are 37 students with black shoes in the cafeteria. So when I do a comparison structure, I like to write the values out to the side. It helps me decompose the longer value. I'll show you that in a minute. So there are 37 students with black shoes in the cafeteria. The number of students with black shoes is 28 fewer. So where's the fewer on this structure of equality? We can't hold fewer. So I don't want to put a circle or a square where that fewer is. I just want to write that in the spot. So actually the fewer is right here. 28 fewer. So here comes what can be a challenge for students. That's my line of equality. Those of you who've been following me know that the line of equality tells us that up until that point, the students with black shoes is equal to the students with brown shoes. And then this is the extra or the more. So if I have 28 fewer here, I have to have 28 more up here. You can see that the line of equality tells me where those values are equal and where the more is. So now I go back to my students that are wearing black shoes. How many was there? 37. So I can write 37 right in here. This whole bar represents 37 students wearing black shoes. I know because of that line of equality that there's 37 students up until that point that are also wearing brown shoes. So now I have all the information I need to figure out the number of students who are wearing brown shoes. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend or check out other videos I have available on my YouTube channel. For more free resources, join my email list and Facebook community. You can find the links below.